What's up, y'all? It's your man, Rico the Opinionist. I know some of y'all are probably at lunch, at work, at lunch right now. I think it's right at, let me look and see. I think it's right at 12 noon. It usually be one of those chat and choose, lunch, chat and choose with Rico. But today I'm just going to come on, give y'all a chance to do your thing. Let me look and see the time what it is. Yep, 11:59. There's a nice breeze. I'm getting my daily natural dose of vitamin D. And I'm going to get right to it in a second. Please do me a favor, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe this video on my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist, and my Facebook page, Rico the Opinionist. Twitter. I'm all over. Instagram. Get at me. And, yeah. So who is this already on here? Mary Max, Youssef, what's up? Hey, look, Mary. I got my water. Thank you for the jug, good. I mean, the thermos. Is this a thermos? Yeah, I'm gonna call it what it is, not a jug. And so, but anyway, y'all, I'm gonna warn you. This might be a long live, a long video, and so, cause I'm gonna take my time with this one because there's so much to unpack. Okay, I think you have to be literally laying next to a lizard under a rock to have not seen the video, the infamous, the widely viral, and probably continue to be talked about even into next week and week after next. The video of when they're in Montgomery, Alabama, at the Harriett boat pier or boat dock. But they do, I guess they do little ferries and stuff. And reportedly there was like a sip and sail kind of deal. You know how people do sip and paint and all of that? But they were doing a sip and sail. And there were people who were there who would not move their boat so the boats could dock. And the security guard wouldn't told these folks, hey, move your boat. And no other information is coming out. Did y'all know that the security guard was 65 years old? The heavyset, yeah, the one security guard who told those Caucasian gentlemen to move your boat, they were like, nah, they ain't moving jack. As a matter of fact, catch these hands, security guard. Well, it wasn't just one person, it was two, then three, then four, then five, then six, then I think about seven of them when I counted. And next thing you know, he was backing up, and then he threw up the hat in the air. And we all know what that means. Like when you're about to get into it with a bunch of folks, you usually get your hat and adjust it, or you just, this is truly a black thing. When we're about to get down and throw hands, the guys who are wearing those fitted caps, they'll adjust their caps, or they'll grab a whole handful of it and say F it and just throw it on the ground and go with it. How y'all doing? All right. And so what he did was he just like did it old school. He took it and just threw it in the air, and that cap served as like a bat signal or a call to action. Is the way people took it. And all of a sudden, although that gang, that mob, that white gang, that mob attacked this man, and when he threw that cap in the air, it's just like something just hit in the spirit and the soul of those people at that Harriett dock. And did I mention that the people who attacked the security guard, mobbed him, gang jumped him, they wouldn't move their boat. So the big ferries or the big boat could come and dock. They were in the wrong spot. They were in the wrong. And so, okay. And all of a sudden, mayhem breaks out. Brothers out of nowhere came. And as I listened more to the story, there were people, the boat hadn't even, one of the boats had not even docked fully before people ran off and jumped off the boat. And then we see this epic scene where this young, now we know he's 16-year-old Aaron, I forget his last name, but shout out to that young brother. He jumps off a boat that was still not even docked and swam across that river to assist, to join in the assist. Because by that time, a few other brothers had arrived, and the only brothers, you know, sisters got jumped in because the white women were trying to help their husbands and boyfriends. Hey, it is what it is. You down for your man. But you have to understand, ladies, you know, when you get down for your man, you get down with everything that goes down. You hear me? So, it was a melee that took place. And then a young brother jumped up, lost his shoe in the water and his boot, and he went to swinging those teenage arms and body slamming folks, and then you came with the epic chair. Blam, blam, like clear this shit up. And even the women got it. That lady in the red, she got it too. Blow! After two sisters had laid hands and feet and everything on her. So it was definitely a unified effort that took place. And I mean, the videos spread like wildfire, all different angles. And African Americans across the board cheering and feeling a sense of, you know, some kind of vindication, you know, like, damn, we finally got us one. And I mean, it's still going on. The energy is high. I know when people went to work on today's Tuesday, on yesterday, they did the skipping like those three brothers did, four black dudes did on those dudes. They skipped up to work. And I think a lot of black folks across the country in high schools and colleges and workplaces are like, it was like, I wish a mother lover would on Monday. And I think all the rest of this week, I wish a mother lover would. And you know, and I'm going through that because I know all of you have already seen the video. I'm coming on to speak about other aspects of it, right? With the current conflict that's going on in Africa, you know, it's almost like, damn, resistance is spreading. Because in Africa, and shout out to my brothers and sisters on the continents who are, number one, resisting the homosexual agenda from America and Britain and everywhere. Shout out to those presidents of Africa. I wish I knew some African language to speak to you, but I'm only using this English. Shout out to you. Continue the resistance. And number two, they're kicking France up out of their countries, because France is just like a lot of these European countries that purposely colonialized and underdeveloped Africa. There's a book called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. Go and get that book, please. Because there's a lot that can take place after this particular, this episode that took place, right? You know, let's get into the books. There's a book that's called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. And they are in the streets over in certain countries in Africa, telling the French to take their little colonializing asses back to France. Y'all remember all you black folks, y'all was saying pray for France and all that? Well, yeah, right. I'm sure y'all feel like y'all wasted those prayers right now. I never prayed for a colonizing country, European country. Because every white European country, including America, has made a huge living, major profits off of Africa. And so now, Rico, how do you correlate? Well, believe it or not, black folks born in America and black folks born in Africa, there's still that genial connection. There's still that spiritual connection. Our genetics is what connects us the same way it does with other people, but we don't want to recognize when it comes to us. We are Africans. We are Africa, born in America. And we're colonized in America, but we still are connected. So when that took place, it just took me right back to those videos I've been seeing on, it's called Africa something. But y'all been seeing them, they've been coming more and more on Instagram. And we're going to get it one day. And so I watched the video just as many times as anyone else has watched those videos, and from every angle. And you know, the superstars that have emerged from that is the brother swinging a chair, the young man, the teenage brother who swam across, those four brothers who did that Wakanda march towards them little bullies, And don't forget the sisters who are around there laying hands, feet, and house shoes on the white girls. And, oh, don't forget the one. Oh yeah, we can't leave out the one that pushed the woman in the water. I mean, it went down. And of course, the brother who threw that, the initial tossing of the black cap into the sky, that was monumental. The young brother swimming was epic. And the brothers doing that skip to that boat, legendary. And so after we checked that out and we feeling a sense of, damn, finally got one. I'm not going to minimize it like some other people are. Let me tell y'all what some other folks are saying. They already got it started. Y'all saying that black people unified on it, but black people jump on each other all the time. But black people don't jump in and help that. But y'all, they unified because they was white? Let me answer the question. Yes. 400 years of being terrorized, systematically terrorized physically with Jim Crow laws, slave codes, slave catcher, paddy rollers or slave patrols. We call them police officers today. And constantly, shooting unarmed black men. Constantly shooting sisters. No, police-wise. Now, we're not going to bury that because you want to muddy in the conversation with the black-on-black violence. But you didn't muddy in the white-on-white violence with them folks that acting a goddamn fool at Harriett. So hush, shut up, you little scary coward. We're not doing that today. What I want to do is process and assess what the big picture could be. When people out here they're the naysayers. Two things are happening. You got the naysayers that out here saying, we need to stop killing each other. We get that, motherfucker. We get that. But also, what I don't approve of is now you got these little punk-ass, sorry-ass, weird-ass internet, Facebook comedians that's reenacting it with their little white friends, like that's, almost minimizing the real significance of what happened at Harriett. And black people, don't let people make fun of this. Don't let them make jokes about this. That was really serious. That had a real cultural and racial effect. That is a ripple effect that's being seen and heard around the world. Now, and we love to try to make fun or minimize something that could potentially move us, catapult us back to the front of the line. It's like Negroes get nervous when they think they've offended white folks. I'm telling you. And let me tell y'all something. I'm cool with whoever's cool with me. White, black, Asians, gay, straight. But what I understand is what every other group understands. That is the politics of their group, the politics of their race. They understand is Dr. Claude Anderson. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Go check out his video, Inappropriate Behavior, on YouTube. Inappropriate Behavior and Exceptional People. See, when y'all say we're not our ancestors, I get that at one point, but a lot of parts we're not. We don't have that determination. We don't have that ingenuity to want to be free the way a lot of our people did before the Civil Rights Movement. They fought to have their own. They fought for autonomy. And people respect people who fight back. But y'all around here now, y'all want to play and shit and try to make jokes out of it. I don't think nothing funny about it. I don't see no place where it could be a comedy skit now. Just y'all trying to ease white America's minds. White America don't give a shit because they understand their position in America. They stay at the head of the line with all the bells and whistles that help to keep them in the front of the line. Dr. Claude Anderson says race is about a race for resources. Race for resources, ownership of resources. And black people, you're talking about, well, that right there, black people need to stop hurting one another and all this. Okay. You're trying to make that like it's such a small, significant incident. It's not. Let me let you know that's a major incident that happened. Just like the murder of Emmett Till, people give it credit. They give the murder of Emmett Till as sparking one of the most recognizable American soil movements in the 19th or 20th century, called the Civil Rights Movement. That sparked that movement. That what happened at Harriett. And see, y'all must not be paying attention to the other videos that come out that talk about the history of that particular boating dock. African slaves were bought and sold there. It's something to it, y'all. It's something, ancestral that happened that day. And some people, you can minimize, like, it just protecting a black dude. No, it was more than that. And guess what? Everyone else felt it in their soul differently. Well-meaning white folks, they like, shit, well, they got one. And white folks who can't stand for anybody that's not white to keep up with them, well, they felt another way. And guess what? They had a mental call to arms on watching that video. They had begun to really tighten up systematically and intellectually and psychologically. They've begun to tighten up. We're right. So when we get through trying to, a little celebrating is cool. When we get through trying to minimize that with these old stupid ass so-called comedic memes and comedy routines that y'all doing on Facebook and Instagram, I look at you and ask you, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why do we try to make everything so, minimize the importance of things that really could catapult us to the front of the line? I understand that what it is. It's a result of trauma. Black folks have been so traumatized, and then we teach our children trauma. Let's go back to the plantation, because somebody got mad. There y'all go. Always trying to compare things to slavery. Well, slavery has not been appropriately addressed in this goddamn country, so we got to do it piece by piece, bit by bit. So yeah, we're going to attribute that, because psychology doesn't end, because years change, because pages of the calendar are ripped. God damn it, abused or messed up psychological trauma does not end unless it's properly addressed. And so, yeah, it was just like when I said trauma is passed down. When the plantation owner used to come to the back of the plantation quarters, slave quarters, and look over the children, look over the boys and the girls. Shout out to Dr. Joy Leary, Dr. Leary, book Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. He goes around and he comes and looks and says, my, Rico is getting tall there, Bessie. And so she goes into her protective mode. No, sir, he still a run to me. Yeah, he's slow, he lazy, he won't pick up a darn thing around here. And she did that to minimize his actual greatness, so the evil plantation owner don't take him to try to put him in the fields, try to make him a breeder, or sell him off. Same thing with the girls. And guess what? We saw that same thing in that Baltimore Rising, where that black mother, that fat black mother, beat her son up before the world, all over the media, for clout, and in her subconscious, protecting her son. He was out there fighting against the tyranny of what happened to Freddie Gray. He was throwing rocks. He was like, F the police. And he had a mask on. The mama brought her ass out there, grabbed the boy, went to smack him on the head, and pulled his mask off before the world to humiliate him to the depths of humiliation. He did all he could. Now, the boy, damn near 6 foot, she looked 5'3", round something with blonde weave, attacking the boy. Get in there. Get on somewhere. Y'all remember that? See, that's that same residue of slavery. And that's how these moms think. Well, if I minimize and if I make it not nothing, the old evil plantation owner won't bother them. And that's what y'all are doing, those of you who are making these comedy skits with your white friends. Thinking that's funny. There was nothing funny about that. That was serious, because now arrests are being handed down, which is, of course, expected. So we try to minimize it so white folks won't be mad at us. That's the trauma of it all. Did y'all hear what I said? You psychology majors in college? Did y'all understand that? You majors in African American history? You understand that? So it's an automatic reaction when blacks try to make everything funny. That's why America will accept a comedian Negro saying a bunch of shit. But no, he can be telling the truth. But no, long as there's a punchline behind it, he's safe. It goes back to the feudal kings when the court gesture came. They never took the court gesture seriously. Oh, he's a fool. He's a clown. And so that's how you got these Negro comedians, fake ass comedians coming out on Facebook. And so that message for those of you who are around here just now you trying to make up shit. Look at it for what it was. So you said, well, that's not a victory. It is a victory for people who's been victory-less for 400 years on some, and also, it also did its part in beginning the process of killing that spirit of passivity in black people when it comes to this systematic racism. Because they just knew that in the arrogance of those people that attacked that 165-year-old black man. But see, that's the same arrogance of the 1500s, the 1600s, the 1920s, 30s, 40s. That's that same white arrogance. Because it's 2023, the shit ain't been properly addressed. No debt has been paid financially. So, yeah, they still got that same supremacist attitude. But one thing I wanted to make clear, because the white media and people on Twitter are already trying to say suspected white supremacists have attacked. No. Those 8-9 white folks, don't try to corner them off as being a small group of white folks that think that way. They think like white America. Y'all hear what I said? Don't let your liberal white friends tell y'all that. They think just like them. It's the difference between being sober and drunk. Those were the drunk liberal white folks. Because see, when you get drunk, I don't give a damn. One thing about alcohol, it is a truth serum. Whatever attitudes you have, whatever sexual proclivity you have, whatever anger, whatever you have, all of it comes out. Alcohol breaks down all of the inhibitions. You don't have any control. So they were being who they are. They were doing how they think. They were doing what they wanted to do. They were doing them. And guess what? You get around a bunch of drunk white folks, a lot of them act like that as well. Wow, Rico, you just painting a broad brush on everybody white in America and the world. No, not a broad brush, but a big enough one. If you lived a little and you didn't live with blinders on, you want to be honest about it, goddamn right. And I'm not here to talk about the good white folks, because there were such good white folks, reparations been paid 100 fucking years ago. So we're not doing that either. I'm talking about our behavior, our reaction. Because black people will have to do better. So, this is what I'm looking at. I've made the Africa and African American connection. So, I mean, you can debate it on your own time. Now, I want to make it the African American connection. See, in America, we got a lot going on. And we're behind the 8 ball in this country on a lot of things. And with that little brief moment of unity, be it in a fight, that itself, and now listen to me. The white privilege and the white supremacists don't give a damn about us murdering each other, cutting the knees from under each other and all that kind of stuff. And they don't mind all of that, behaving like debaucherous weirdos. Hold on a second. They're building this. Let me show y'all something. They're building this beautiful metal. This is called metal. Oh shit! Hold on. Y'all see? Can y'all see that back there? It's beautiful. It's gonna be awesome in 2024 when it's done. Right here on the wall that they're building this beautiful Medal of Honor museum type deal. Man, this money's spent everywhere. We act like we can't get none of this in our neighborhood. So anyway, not just this, but just stuff built that make the neighborhood look great. So anyway, they're busy. So to me, the significance of that incident took place at the Harriett, the historic Harriett, is about black people probably coming together in a way It's probably hadn't been done since the 60s. It might be a way when we see each other in the public now, we're gonna have something to talk about. You know, when we see other black people, we probably be in the bars or the club or in class or on college campuses. We might see each other. It's like, hey, man, you see that? Like, yeah. But it may also lead into other conversations that the enemies of black unity don't want to see. And the enemies of black unity are not just white folks, Asians, and everybody else. And Hispanics, there are other fellow black folks who've made a living. Listen to me. There are a lot of black people who made a living off of black dysfunction and black disunity. So it's going to upset them as well. I know all 40 million blacks are not going to come together, but we can get 10 million blacks to get on the same page. We can make some things move. I mean, a lot of stuff that we need in our communities can be done with black unity. A lot of the violence they say is happening in our communities will stop. Because we'll start looking outward. Because we're so busy inward and inward fighting. And we'll start looking outward and say, okay, now why are you in here? Who invited you? Who the fuck checked your past and let you up in here? See, they don't want these conversations to be had with us because people make millions of dollars off of black dysfunction and black unity. And this little spark, and this was a little spark that could cause an explosion. So, y'all get prepared for the enemies of black unity. They start trotting out your black celebrities. Well, you know, we all together and all this, and we're one people, we're one human beings. All these multicultural blacks, all these interracially married and biracial children having blacks. Oh, yeah, they finna come out. Your Negro preacher finna get a check. Oh, you know how they did when black folks in the 60s? They was about to burn everything down. They sent James Brown out to sing a song or two. Oh, y'all get ready for it. And y'all let them know, no, we ain't dancing to that music no more. We finna dance to music that unifies black. Hell, we might even start getting on these rappers' ass. Y'all stop making this old funk-ass music that all it does is attack black boys and black men and black girls. And that's the male and the female rappers. Stop talking about your coochie hole all day long, you stupid tramp. And stop pulling your pants up. I mean, it can lead to a lot of self-respecting going on in our community. You understand? So it's more of a significant than something to giggle about. And the most importantly, that y'all don't understand, economically and politically, this thing can have that type of reaction. If we start saying, you know, that's not my enemy. And why am I mad at my sister? Yeah, I'm aggravated about the stuff she does, but let me talk to her. And that's what I want to see in bars and the mall and barbershops and beauty shops and salons and wherever we gather. I want to see us have that conversation, just flat out, not an argument, not a cussing. Well, you did this, y'all black men. No, we're going to have to do it because our unity is what, let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't believe this. Black unity is what make God appear, will make Jesus return. You ain't going to hear that in church. I know I'm a small YouTuber. This ain't going to reach the masses. I know that. I'm just saying, I got a small YouTube channel, Facebook page. This is not going to reach the masses. But I'm going to say it on my page so you'll know it's been said by somebody. And others, y'all feel free to take it and use it as you will, as long as the word gets out. Black unity. True black unity is what will make God appear. They don't want to see it. And all you scaredy cats, fraidy cats out there, well, you know, we hurting each other. Black, that's just one thing. And next thing you know, next week they'll be killing each other. Yeah, things don't happen overnight. But even the little gangbangers, even the little criminals in the inner city, they saw the video too. They're like, yeah, man, yeah. And so for those of you who are out there shaking in your boots that are black, and some white, and hell, a lot of white folks, no, that video did not spark us to want to start kicking y'all ass randomly. We're not children. We're not these stereotypes that you put on a savage and ignorant. No, our race is not like that. You have outliers just like you have in your race. A bunch of fucking outliers. Just like a lot of y'all trying not to make those savages, that gang, a part of the whole entire white community. Well, don't make the little hooligans, don't make the little criminals in our race the entire race of black people. So that's not going to happen. We're not out here finna start punching white folks in the face and all that shit. You know, I mean, the increase of it's not going to happen. So don't do that. We're going to do something that really hurt the foundation of racism and white supremacy and white privilege. We're going to unify, you know, the goal here, hopefully that whole scene will spark up conversations and start us to coming together, making plans on how we can economically and politically and racially benefit ourselves from this capitalistic society. And we used to know if we want to move and travel more, that's also awesome. But those of us who are still here and you have no interest in moving to Africa or any Caribbean countries, well, let's unify and make the country work for us. Got it? I'm tired of every time something traumatic happens, you know, every time something happens, it seems like we got a leg up on, all of a sudden now you want to try to make it funny and minimize it. No, that's not what this is about. And shame on you little Sambo stepping, fetching, head scratching, boot licking, buck dancing motherfucker that think this is funny. And I tell you to your face, faggot, it's not funny. This is no time to make a funny video about it. Not at all, punk. This is not the time for that shit. Let's go ahead and take this moment from what it is and make it bigger than what it is. Here. Get sick of it. So, shout out to Aquaman. Shout out to the brother who swung that chair. Shout out to the brothers who did that Black Panther march skip to the boat. Shout out to the 65-year-old security guard who threw the cap up in the air that threw out the Batman signal. Shout out to the sisters who went in and man, grabbed brooms and swept that goddamn dock. You hear me? Whatever the brothers missed, they swiped. They came up from the rear. So, and that's the kind of unity they don't want to see in us. And to all you, let me tell you, to you podcast motherfuckers out there, they want to keep you making money off the division of black folks. You Derek Jacksons, you Steve Harveys, you Tony Gaskins, and you Ace Metaphors, and all you motherfuckers sit around and talk about how black men ain't shit, and you turn around and try to convince the sister that their only race of men ain't shit. Then you got the brothers who just go too hard in their podcast instead of coming with a solution. Yeah, we can talk about behavior. It needs to be brought out. And yes, black women spend like 40 years on all that white talk show talking shit about black men, but you still realize even with them talking shit, black men still made it through. And we're still killing them on a lot of lists, economic, political, education, without any help from the system. More of a hindrance, but we still survive. So it's time out for the foolishness. Let's take this time the way they used the murder of Emmett Till to create a movement that is going to better us in this country, make us feel good about ourselves, better about ourselves, and make us feel better about our neighborhoods. You know, because nobody's going to help us. They don't mind feeling benevolent on us when we're acting like savages. Nobody minds, you know, bending around and saying, oh, those poor little coloreds. We really have to do something. How about a back-to-school giveaway? Yeah, back-to-school giveaway. Yeah, that'll help them. How about giving out free turkeys? Yeah, that'll help them. Yeah, Because you see, they taking away the affirmative action. They're telling you, do for self, Negro. Y'all need to be playing some Malcolm X videos around here. Malcolm X tried to tell you. Mr. Farrakhan spent 70 goddamn years trying to tell you. Dr. Claude Anderson about to hit 90, trying to tell you. So maybe this video will finally tell you. This is our time. And let's get these HBCUs filled with black students. And anybody else can come if they want to. Let's get the programs there. Let's get the qualified professors there, black, if we can get it done like that. Let's get it done. The bat signal has been thrown up in the air. And we need to respond, not just on a pier at a historic Harriett in Montgomery, Alabama, but also we need to show up politically, educationally, and racially. And to all these other folks out here, no, it's not a call to action. No, we're, black nationalists. Well, Malcolm X talked about black nationalism back in the day. And we take white nationalism and look at it like, well, these white nationalists, they're only doing what we should have been doing. What nationalism is, you looking out for your group. So when I hear them call these white folks, they're white nationalists. That's nothing but a bunch of liberal bullshit. White liberal foolishness. We should be a bunch of black nationalists. Do you understand? Mary Max says, stop letting those Kens and Karens get away with, that's right. Thank you, Mary Max, because that almost slipped my mind before I shut this video down. And so hopefully there'll also be a call to manhood and femalehood. You black dudes out there, y'all stop getting held up by these Karens out here. Do you live here? Hell, we gonna throw the black cap up. And we gonna give another melee on her ass. So she'll know you ain't walk up on no black dude asking where the fuck he live. And how dare you ask him for his ID? And then you go in apartment buildings. Do you live in this building and you have the nerve to follow me with your little dog? Y'all black dudes, stop allowing these white women to do that. And so, and finally, let me tell y'all something of what's going to pop off. These are politicians and these private billionaire donors. They already gonna get active. But y'all notice a lot of quiet, a lot of silence so far, a lot of Caucasians in the country. Who gonna get their lick back? Who gonna act out their vengeance for them? Y'all pay closer attention to the police departments across the country. See, they're not gonna say anything because they understand their white privilege and being ahead of the line. They're gonna start using the police force to enact the silent vengeance that they're experiencing from this video. Shantae says, that happened to me years ago by a coworker who was white. How about she moved out of the neighborhood a year later? Yeah. Eric Mayfield says, fact. Shout out to Shantae Knox. Mary Max said, yes, sir, they are. So y'all we have to become vigilant when we get through, feeling a little jubilant about this. Let's also get ready to do, hey, let's not only enroll black kids in the HBCUs, let's recruit more black professors, scholars to these HBCUs. Let's encourage them. Let's support each other. When we see the police, 5 police around 2 black folks, get out there, not just video, but hey, y'all understand, right? Hey, Lou, what's up, sweet Lou? Great commentary. Thank you, brother. Let's get active. I mean, really active. Don't let the police stop letting the police just beat up black folks. Yeah, Eric Mayfield said enough is enough. It is. And so let's take that video, what happened as the black cap being thrown in the air all across the world. And let's support our African brothers and sisters as well, because they're looking to us. Because they really live in God's front yard. Africa is God's front yard. Did y'all know that? It's got everything. All of the oil, all of the minerals, gold, silver, zinc, the stuff that make the technology run. That's God's front yard. That was where we were supposed to be until they decided it was a good idea to snatch a few and others to sell a few over into foreign lands. Now, y'all ain't gonna hear this in church. That's why you got an independent thinker like me on his small little Facebook page, this small little YouTube channel that you feel free to share. But we're going to have to act like black folks in this country and stop behaving like what they say colored folks. And closing, people yelling, it's going to be a race war. It's going to be a race war. Don't nobody want no race war in America. Because, in a race war, everybody dies. Did you know that? Y'all think white folks want to go out here and fight and lose their granddaughters? Lose their sons? Have their wives murdered? Have their sons and fathers murdered? Y'all think they just going to crowd around 40 million blacks? And they ain't going to lose some millions? So y'all stop saying stupid shit like that. That's just white liberal foolishness and a bunch of racist white conservative crap. All that is, all you have to do is stick to yourself. You ain't got to worry about that. And I'm not saying you can still have your white friends. Yeah. You can still have your white friends. I'm not telling you not to be friends with your Mexican and Asian and other people. No. I'm cool with whoever's cool with me. I've gone to and will continue to go to, if it's popping, multiracial nightclubs. Now, we go to all kinds of integrated restaurants and stuff. I'm just saying, act like the other groups act in America. Act like, hey, we are nationalists, black nationalists who are taking care of ourselves and also taking advantage of all the money that's flowing in this capitalist society. It's okay to demand funds from the state and federal government. We've allowed other people to tell us, you're dependent on the state, you're dependent on the government. We need government out of our business, when they're the same ones who got government contracts and state contracts making millions of dollars while you sitting your dumb ass around here acting like you don't know how to write a grant or go and demand $500 million to redo your neighborhood. Do you understand how stupid this is? Yeah, Shantae Knox said, I'm cool with who cool with me, but don't try me. I'm like that too, Shantae, I swear. I'm the nicest man on the planet, but I'm from full understanding about the politics of every group, because every group, including these subgroups like LGBT, they understand. They stick with each other. But they party and kick it and screw everybody. White folks party and have sex with everybody, marry, but they understand. But as a group, we will always be in the front of the line. We understand this is a competition. Black people are the only ones who understand this reality. It's okay to have your white friends. I'm not telling you not to hang out with your white friends. I'm not telling you not to hang out with your Mexican friends. I'm not telling you not to, have sex with these other people. You can do what you want to do, but understand that this is a race among the races in this country. It's called capitalism. Capitalism. Get you some money. Build a fence around your group the way every group, Italians, Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, they're even two separate groups. Y'all think they come together except when the money is being discussed. But really, Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, they don't hang out like that. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans think they're better than the Puerto Ricans, and the Puerto Ricans think the Mexicans are nothing but wetbacks. Y'all know there was some Hispanic and Latino strife, internal strife. Come on, man. Y'all think it's just African Americans in Africa? Fuck out of here. They all got their hell. North Vietnam don't like the Southern Vietnam because they're darker skinned. Asians don't like all Asians. They don't like the darker Asians because the yellow Asians think they're closer to white folks. And when you go look at their movies and you look at a lot of their pictures, they have on that kabuki white powder on their face. So y'all come on, black people. We've been in this country 400 years and y'all ain't picked up a book yet. If you want, look, I want to tell y'all again. If you want a copy of my black book list, send me $6 and I'll send you a copy of it. I'll send you a copy of cash at me, Rico the Opinionist, or Rico, Rico Rivers, and send me an email address. I'll send you a copy of my black book list. And number 2, I'll even send you a copy of my copy of the Willie Lynch letter. This is pretty good. This is really, really nice. My copy, send me $6. Cash app your boy. $Rico Rivers or $Rico the Opinionist. I will send you a copy of mine. Because I need us to start reading these books so we can have a more of an understanding and we won't be riddled down with this strife and this stress. Because when we know better, you do better. Dr. Claude Anderson's about to be 90 years old. We're still not paying him attention. Dr. Joy Leary is lecturing around the country. Y'all don't have it at your church. You don't have it at your Essence Festival. You don't have it at your colleges and universities. Pay this woman to come tell you the truth. We got a lot of African-centered scholars out there. Tony Browder, he's in D.C. trying to make it happen. We still have a lot of scholars. Brother Ashwa Kwesi right here in Dallas. Y'all will not get that brother at your schools, at your church, at your gatherings, at the Essence Festival. None of our big gatherings. So this brother can teach you what he learned from Dr. Ben Yakahanan. Come on, somebody. But again, I'm going to see if I left anything out. Because I don't want to talk y'all to death. Mary Mack says, black really need to learn their history. It is divided so many, let me see, it's divided. It's evident many don't know all of what our ancestors fought against. What else to say, Mary Max? Because they, if they did, they wouldn't keep saying, "I'm not my ancestors." Exactly. Because that can be broken down in so many levels. You know, did y'all know even the ones who were saying "Yassa, Yassa, Massa, Yassa"? They said this so you don't have to. Yes, I's ready, boss. I's ready. They said this so you don't have to. They were surviving so you can really survive. Brother Yusef says, so happy for this platform. Thank you, brother. I'm on YouTube as well, because this goes over to YouTube. So anyway, I thank y'all so much again. If you want the black book list, $6, $, Rico the Opinionist or Rico Rivers, or go on the Willie Lynch letter, my copy. Just cash app your boy $6 and I'll send you my copy. Please send email addresses with those. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I may try to get a run in this sun. You hear me? Because melanin, man, it really, really flourishes in the sunlight. This also, Mary Mac says, this also fought a bigger fight. So we didn't have to. That's right. But we're playing around. But anyway, y'all like, share, and please share this live. And come on to my YouTube channel and subscribe. We're going to do this. We're just going to talk, have a conversation. I have 400. Jed Lucas says, send in my request. Thank you, brother. Send your request. What, to come on here and talk? Or you talking about for the Jed Lucas, you talking about a copy of my black book list or a copy of my Willie Lynch? That's what you're talking about? And Mike C, what's up, man? I'm about to end it now, Mike C. You're going to have to watch the playback, man. Book list? Okay. Okay, Mary Max said book list. Okay, I got you. Yeah, but again, if y'all want a copy of my stuff, I'll send it to you. It's fine. You don't have to. I've already compiled a lot of cool books that you can go out and check out. You can get it from Amazon. Amazon seems to be the hot spot. Or you can go to your libraries, your bookstores, and get these books for the low. And let's start reading. Let's go back to real reading. Or look up the lectures. On YouTube. So anyway, thank y'all so much for joining you, boy, for this episode, Rico the Opinionist. I appreciate you. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have 400. Okay, thank you, Jed. I got you, brother. Do I have Zelle? Yes, I do. But what I'll have to do is probably request. You know what, Lou? That's okay. Thank you, Shante. Sweet little, that Zelle, I have it, but I haven't mastered how to get the stuff. Do you have PayPal? I accept PayPal too. Rico the Opinionist. Y'all can, if you don't have Cash App, I have PayPal, and I'm still trying to work my Zelle. Because I had a brother that wanted to send me a donation for, I'll just call it a therapeutic consultation. And if anybody would like to have a therapeutic consultation, hit your boy up. Those are only $65. Therapeutic consultation. Just if it's something on your mind you want to just talk about, I do therapeutic consultations. They're only $65. I'm not gonna bust you in the head, because you'll pay $150 with your insurance, but the copay might be $25. It might be free, or if you don't have insurance, you're gonna pay $150 or $120. You probably get the same little life. What do you call it? Life coach advice from your boy. And yes, you do. What you say, Mary Max? Yes, you do. We talked about it. Yeah. But I'm going to have to learn how to work that Zelle, Lou. But if you have PayPal, if you want to send the Zelle, I'll accept it. I'll just have to learn how to get it. So if you have Zelle, I do have Zelle. It's, I think it's just send it to Rico Rivers or Marico, Marico, however you want to do it. And if you send it, I'll accept it through Zelle. I'll just have to learn how to get the damn money off of it. Somebody got to teach me how to do it. I've gone through the instructions. I just cannot seem to get the money off of it. But I'll accept Zelle, PayPal, Cash App. All right. Thank y'all so much. Let me go ahead and get this run in the sun. Are there any more questions or concerns before I go real quick? Let me drink some water as y'all Come on with your questions. All right, I see you, Mary Max. I will call you, Mary Max, as soon as I hang up, I swear. Yourself just hit your boy on that Cash App. Rico Rivers, $ Rico the Opinionist, or $ Rico Rivers, Rivers. I accept PayPal too, bro. And again, if you only have his Zelle, I don't know how to put the money out, but I'll take it. I'll learn to take it off eventually. Let me know which one you want yourself. Well, you let me know which one you want. Oh, you want the book list. So please send me an email address so I can get it right to you. Cash App, okay. That's $ Rico the Opinionist or Rico Rivers. Lou said, I know all right, let's see. Sweet Lou says, Mary Max says, yes, Rico, you know about Zelle. Rico, let me see, $ Rico the Opinionist. That's right. Thank you, Shantae. That's right. Sweet Lou says, I'm no longer on Cash App. Hold on. Direct text your phone number. Okay, I'll text you my phone number, Lou, as soon as we hang up. Are you sure you want to put your number out like that? Well, y'all know. Well, just in case they call you, y'all make sure if y'all mess around and call Sweet Lou, you're calling probably the #1 man in Las Vegas. He is Mr. Las Vegas. He is Mr. Vegas. Is that right, Sweet Lou? He's the comedian extraordinaire, and he is Graham fam. So y'all call him. Y'all need to call to try to book him. Don't call him if they holding the main line up. You hear me? If you say, hey, I want to book you for my private party, my big party. So don't be playing with that dude. Because I want this to be a safe space where people can share the information and no weirdos get on here and get to playing with this man. That's right, Lou's Vegas. Thank you, sweet. Gotcha. Lou's Vegas. He's an entrepreneur of entrepreneurs. Way back in the day, we were selling T-shirts at Grambling. That's right. So if anybody else want to get at your boy, the Cash App is on here. Thank you so much. Those are my thoughts on this topic. I may come back with another one. Depends on if I'm not too winded after I take this run in this sun. It's really, and I don't want the wind to block my voice either. So, Sweet Lou, I'm going to get right on that. I'm going to text you. Well, thank you, Shantae. I see it already. Thank you so much. Oh, how sweet of you. Shantae, do you want... Okay, that's very nice. Thank you for the 10 spin on the Cash App, Shantae. And you want the what? Which one do you want? The book list, Shantae, or do you want the book list or the Willie Lynch letter? Blessings, Sweet Lou. Thanks, man. I may just send you both just in case. I don't know. Nope. See y'all at homecoming too. Homecoming 23. Whew. All right. I'm going, y'all. I'm about to drink all my water, but I ain't ran a lap. I'll talk to y'all later. Mary Max, I'm about to call you, girl. Talk to y'all later. Peace.